Hello everyone, I'm here to talk about a challenge that I wanted to share with the community. I came up with it a while back, maybe a year or two ago, and I shared it with a couple people, but I completely forgot about it until someone mentioned it, they mentioned something and it rang a bell. I then promptly forgot about it again until I saw this video of Niles. Nihils? I've never actually been sure how to say that. Anyway, I call it the Arch Nemesis Challenge. I'll post a more detailed description of it in the description, and I might even link a Steam discussion post that I replied to someone a while back, and I gave them some challenges, and that was one of them, if anyone wants to take a look at those other challenges. But basically, you pick what vocation you want to play as, and you min-max the opposite direction. So in the case of this current character of mine you see on the screen, I wanted to play as fighter, so I min-maxed as a sorcerer. I basically maxed out everything sorcerer-wise. So my stats are not optimized for being a fighter. To add on to that, as you might be able to see, I have pretty low to mid-tier gear, which I will show here in just a second. What I like to do to keep the challenge is, stick with this gear and low stats and only switch to higher end weapons or use Periapts when you just run into an enemy that you really can't cross the damage threshold on. The kicker for this, and it's why I call it the Arch Nemesis Challenge, and I think it's a lot of fun, is that you can select up to 3 different enemies that you would consider to be your arch nemesis. So pick up to 3. You can pick 1, 2, 3, whatever. And you can, of course, adjust this for fun however you want to. But you pick enemies that you just really hate or really struggle with. And that's what you're allowed to use against, use your maximum power against. So most of the time, you might be playing as this fighter that's not very strong, but let's say, for instance, you really don't like Garm. Garm is weak to lightning. You know you're going to be fighting some Garm, so you're allowed to suit up, pop the Periapts, min-max, and destroy them. Obviously, the challenge will work a little bit differently based on what you play on. If you play on console, you'll have to plan ahead a lot more carefully by going back, changing your vocation, and suiting up, so it might not be quite as fun on console, or maybe that is really fun for you. On PC, I am allowed to drop my class restriction and just carry my staff at all times so I can put my staff on. But I would really like to see people do this, and it doesn't have to be, fighter min-max a sorcerer. You could go the other way around. You could be a sorcerer and pick the the golems. The golems could be one of your arch nemesi, whatever, and you could have min max 956 strength from full assassin, get the devil's nail maxed out, and just wail on the medallion. Just I think it'd be a lot of fun to see what people come up with and how people strategize around it. I would love to hear people's thoughts on this. I'd love to hear comments saying if you want to see me do a playthrough of this, whether it's through the whole game, or just through Bitter Black, or both, or if you want to see just a bunch of cuts of cool stuff happening. I just want to hear your feedback on it, and I'd also love to hear how other people do with this challenge, if they like it, if they do their own videos. I'd love to see them. I had a lot of fun when I did this challenge a year or two ago, because this is an old character. But yeah, I just wanted to share with everyone because I got reminded. Um, Thanks for watching. If you want to stay tuned to the end of the video, I'll post a couple of shots of like my equipment, like I mentioned earlier, and I'll also just post a screenshot of that Steam conversation in case anyone else wants to see those other challenges. But yeah, um, hope you guys enjoyed. Short little video, just wanted to get the challenge out. See you guys later.